How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. I know I am. Um, Welcome to the Apocalyptic Optimized channel with your host Lucifer, the King of Hell. Yes. Um, and if you're wondering what is Lucifer doing on Earth, let me tell you, he's talking about everything that the Earth is made of, which is what? Business and spirituality. Yes, sir, Bob. So I did a couple recent new videos. Sorry for the 1, 2, 3 part. Like there was like a glitch in my internet system. But the last part is longer because I turned off the internet and I just did it offline. Um, my computer isn't that great. I love my computer, but it's not that great. But it's a very good computer. It let me do a lot of work. I just needed it that if I because the model of the computer that I bought, I can't put more RAM in it. I can't put a graphic card. Like everything is like predisposed. It's like prepackaged, and there's no extra space that I can add things to it. So unfortunately, because of that, I have to buy another one. Don't have the money for that. you know. So, anyways, um, I was thinking about because yesterday I was talking a lot about women, which wasn't what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Bill Carson and his humiliation ritual. Because that was a humiliation ritual, man. That's 100% for sure. That was 100%, 100%. Like the guy came on the show. He knows that he was gonna debate a person. He knew he was gonna debate somebody. Like you go on a debate, you have no notes, no laptop. He just had a cell phone. Come on, you're gonna do research on the fly on your cell phone with your little, no laptop. Come on, bro. No notes, nothing. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like at least one piece of paper with a couple notes on it. Like at least like nothing. So that was a humiliation ritual, man. Um, so yeah, I don't want people to feel less than, but you have to understand the reason why I have such a harsh rhetoric about humanity is because like when the mother of my child got which till this day I don't know. Well, I think I was being set up. I think I was being set up because the whole shit was weird. It was very suspect. It's very weird. um I do think my mother was involved in the setup too, but I don't know, and it's not from lack of trying because when she got attacked, I instinctually knew. It's not that I knew that it was an Illuminati thing that was going on, because people don't get attacked like that all the time. It's not like you can walk down the street and you see a bunch of women with a bunch of fucking mutilation scars on them. So it's a rare thing. It's a rarity. What happened to me is very rare, and I don't wish it on anybody. Even my worst enemy, because nobody wants to see the mother of their child get stabbed. Nobody wants to see that, bro. Like I had to clean all the blood from the attack because when she got attacked, she called me. I went over there. I went to her house, and there was blood everywhere. So I have to clean up. I had to clean up all that blood, and there was a lot of blood. There was a lot of fucking blood, dude. A lot. It was everywhere, on the couch, on the wall, the floor. It was fucked up. It was a bloodbath. Um, it was literally a bloodbath. Like I walked in, and all I could see was blood everywhere. Right. Nobody wants to see that, and not a lot of people have seen that. Even women have not been in those situations. It's not a recurring thing. So like I said, it's not when I walk down the street, I don't see the women, or a bunch of women with scars. You know, maybe one, two women, and mostly when you see a woman with a scar, it's most of the time is self-inflicted, right? Most of the time it's self-inflicted. It's like, you know, depression and suicide, and then they, you know, they mark themselves and shit like that, right? So, you know, like I said, it's not that I want to make people feel bad. If you feel bad, my bad, right? But it's not that I want you to feel bad. You have to understand, I come from a different kind of life, right? I don't live the life of a normal human being, right? I'm not a normal human being. I'm not a normal person, right? Nothing about me is normal, right? So, you know, and I know you guys can understand that in a sense that it's like when you're talking to a mob boss, right? The mob boss is going to talk to you the way that he lives, right? It's not personal. It's not, he doesn't have anything against you. It's just, he's the mob boss. So, of course, like, he's seen more shit than you have. He's done more shit than you have. He has more experience than you have. So, yeah, if he talks, sometimes it might sound harsh, but it's not personal. He's not trying to hurt your feelings. It's just how he is. It's just the environment that he comes from that makes him like that, that makes him speak the way he speaks, right? So, you know, so you have to understand, so that like it's the same thing for me, right? Because, you know, I'm not a mob boss, but, you know, yeah, I could have been. I could have been, you know, but I'm not a mob boss. But, you know, and you have to understand, like, you know, so, you know, I come from a place where a lot of violence happened, you know, like I and you know, I might have a harsh judgment on people, but after everything that I've seen, those judgments, those judgments are valid. It's very valid. My opinion is extremely valid because I've seen the worst of people. I have seen the absolute worst of people. The absolute worst. Mind you, you know, the things that I talk about is not strictly related to black people, because when that happened, what happened to me was, you know, it wasn't instinctual. You know, a lot of gang members don't have a problem with me, and I'm talking about like bosses or just thorough dudes that's in the streets. They don't have a problem with me. Why? Because when I went on a vendetta after what happened to her, when I went into vendetta, when I started, you know, knocking off people after what happened to the mother of my child, I wasn't necessarily attacking gang members. Because, you know, like the thing that people don't understand is that there's gang members, there's wannabes, and then there's like little groups, little like singular groups of friends, and, you know, and they're like a gang and shit. And dare I say that there's the Illuminati, right? So you have to understand that some of these guys are straight street dudes. So everything they do is about the streets, is like hustling and you know, slanging and all that shit, all that pretty stuff. And then there's the Illuminati that are like teaching certain kids how to behave in the street. So they're teaching them to be rapists. They're teaching them to be rapists, and they're teaching them to be pedophiles and rapists, right? So those are, I call those guys Illuminati gangs, you know, because that's what they are. They're gangs that are based off of Illuminati know-how, you know, and it's pretty dark and it's pretty disgusting. So I went in vendetta around the city, and I'm not saying that all men, when I say that men should protect their women, I'm not saying that you should go out and just find rapist hives and pedophile hives to start, you know, to fucking take over. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if you're capable of doing that, go right on ahead. I did it. You know, I fucking did it. I took down in at least 2 cities, like Montreal and Quebec. The city of Quebec and Montreal. I lived in Montreal and Quebec, and I had to go through that in Montreal and Quebec. So I kind of went around the country taking down different people, different groups. Right? That's me. That's what I do. That's my life. That's where I come from. You know, and that's what people know me for. People don't know me from doing magic. People know me because I will run up in your house and fuck your shit up. That's what people know me for. That's my reputation. That's my real reputation. So that's why some gangsters respect me. That's why some gangsters don't have a problem with me, because they're not gonna do the shit that these guys do. They're not there. It's not that they have a moral standpoint. It's just, it's not a thing that they do. So, and regardless, some gangsters do have principles. As much as it's hard to believe, some gangsters have principles, and they don't like rapists, and they don't like pedophiles because they have children, or they have a sister, or some shit like that, or whatever the reason is. There's some gangsters that have principles, and you'd be surprised. You know, if you beat a rapist up, if you beat a pedophile up, you'd be surprised. The gangsters would actually respect you. So I'm respected in the streets. You know, I don't take advantage of it. I don't brag about it. I don't even acknowledge it. I will admit, I don't acknowledge it. I don't acknowledge the fact that I'm known in the street. That's mainly because I want to do business, right? That's my fault. That's my fault. That's because I wanna have a legit business one day. One of these days. One of these days I would like to have a legitimate business. And I had a legitimate business for multiple years. So, you know, it's that's just how it is. You know, that's just how it is. So when I say these things, it's not to make you feel bad. Yeah, it might be harsh. It's not my fault. It's where I come from. It's all I know. I don't know anything else. It's the way that I talk. If it hurts you, say that it hurts you, because I don't understand, right? Because of the way that I was raised. You know, I've just told you how I was raised. I was raised with violence. All I know is violence since I was a baby. That's all I know. I don't know anything else. So yeah, I sound harsh, but to me, it's not harsh. To me, I'm just clowning around, joking around, I'm just being friendly. In my head, I'm being friendly. Okay, I'll admit it. Okay, you happy now? You happy now? I'm kind of crazy. Okay, you know, in my head, I'm being friendly. To me, that's being friendly. To me, that's being friendly. I'm not saying that I don't completely understand. I'm not that crazy. I'm not saying I don't understand, but it just, the words fly out of my mouth by itself. It's not, you know, I'm not actively trying to hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm sitting there, oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt this guy's feelings. Fuck it. You know, like I'm not waking up in the middle of the night and shit and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings right now. You know, that's not. I swear that that's not my goal. You know, and this is one of the reasons why I always say I might have a good rhetoric and a good ideology, but I understand what kind of ideology and rhetoric that I have. That's why I always push people, if you want to hear the same things, because there are other people out there that do the same kind of videos that I do and that don't have a harshness to them, right? And that's why I'm always promoting those people. I'm always like, man, if you don't like my channel, go listen to so and so, you know, go listen to Till Swan, right? You know, she says the same shit I say. It's just softer, you know, and more or less soft, because it's not like she's not a doorknob either, you know, but she's not a doorknob, but it's softer, you know. It's a lot less harsh. She doesn't curse, right? She doesn't curse. She doesn't, you know, so it's a lot less harsh. It's less violent, So listen to that. Listen to her. Don't listen to me. Go on her channel. We're saying the same shit. Me and Tail Swan are literally saying the same fucking shit. I'm not even kidding. So go over there. I like Tail Swan. I don't know, like, why is this a big issue? Like, I don't know. That's if somebody told me to go listen to Tail Swan, that's what I would do. So anyway, so yeah, man. So I had to, when that happened, it wasn't instinctual, but I knew this wasn't about gang violence. This is not, because I know gangs. I know gangs. I everybody, like, I grew up with most of the people that are in gangs in my neighborhood in the 90s, in the early 2000s and the 90s. They all came from my school. All the people that came from my school ended up being bosses, right? I used to beat those guys up when I was a kid. So I know gangs. I know that how they operate. I know, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? Well, not all of them. I used to fight, but I used to fight them. I used to beat them up. Like, we used to fight and I used to win. I don't lose a lot. I don't even remember the last time I lost a fight. If that ever happened in my entire life. I don't even remember that. I don't even think that happened. I don't even think I ever lost a fight before in my life, dude. So, so yeah, it's not my fault. I come from violence. That's all I know. That's all I've ever done. That's what my parents showed me. My parents didn't show me anything but violence. When I went to school, it was an all black school, so all we did was fight and insult each other. When I grew up, I didn't really want to hang around these people, and I still ended up in gangster shit anyways. Skipping school, going out to the mall, hanging out with girls, smoking weed, the whole 9 yards. So sold some dope, and going at the club, popping pills, selling pills, buying pills, the whole 9 yards. So when that happened, I knew something was wrong. Instinctually, I knew something was wrong. It clicked. It was like all the dots connected immediately, bro. Like, it's like, nope, this is not normal. This isn't normal. Like, this is not a normal thing, right? So I knew these people. I knew who they were, and I got them, and I went after them. I knew that this wasn't a fight. I didn't have to fight one person. I was fighting an entire gang. And not only was I fighting entire gangs, I was fighting entire gangs by myself multiple times. In more than one city. And yes, I did it for women. Most of the places I didn't. I'm not going to steal your drugs. I don't fucking care. I wasn't a guy that would steal drug dealers. I wouldn't rob drug dealers. I mean, technically speaking, I wouldn't rob drug dealers, like, unless there was like an issue with the guy. Like, it wasn't on purpose, because some people do that. Some people, they actually rob drug dealers, strictly rob drug dealers. So that's not what I did, If I did that, it wasn't necessarily on purpose. It wasn't the goal. It just so happens that we had a problem with you and you got robbed and shit like that, right? So, like I was having fun, basically, technically, but not really. I wasn't really having fun at that time, but, I was minding my own business. So, at that time, I wasn't about, like, busting down doors and fucking, doing that. I wasn't about that. That happened after the mother of my child got attacked. That's when I started, UGK, knocking down doors and shit. You know what I mean? Walk in your trap and take over your trap shit. You know what I mean? Like, that happened after, because I snapped, and even then, I wasn't going after like every fucking gangster in the universe, you know, because there's some gangs that are very disgusting, especially in Montreal. There's some gangs that are strictly all they do is pedophilia. They don't do nothing else. They don't sell drugs. They don't do nothing. All they do is pedophilia or rape. There's some gangs like that. They don't do shit. They don't make money. They're just out here trying to rape and kidnap kids. That's all they do. There's some gangs that do that. Not all the gangs. There's some gangs that they're literally, that's the only thing they do. And even those guys, I didn't go after those guys, which is weird. You know, it's kind of like there was a specific, it's like my brain knew exactly who to attack all the time to cause as much damage as I could, being one man against like 60,000 people. Okay, maybe not 60,000, like 5,000. You know, like 500, you know, or 1,000, right? So I'm just one guy versus 1,000 dudes, right? But I knew that was the name of the game right there and then. I knew that it was a long time coming. It was a long time coming because we're sitting there. You have to understand, like in Montreal, we're sitting there and we're getting oppressed by gangs, by these specific gangs that I'm talking about, which are Illuminati. These specific gangs are terrorizing us, you know, kidnapping our children, you know, raping women all over the fucking place. You know, they were terrorizing us. You know, I'm not talking about Bloods, you know, shit, I'm not even talking about Crips. Even though there's a lot of Crip involvement in those kind of gangs. There's a lot of Crip involvement in those kind of gangs. So, you know, and there's some Bloods too. There's some Blood gangs too that do that shit. But it's not, to me, it wasn't, I didn't fucking give a shit if you were a Blood or a Crip. It didn't matter. What mattered to me is how you were conducting yourself in the street. And it's not like I was like surveying gangs and shit. No, I was walking in a straight line, and anybody that was in my way was gonna get dealt with. That's how I did it, bro. I was walking, and if you were in my way, you were gonna get dealt with, bro. Like, so, and all that. I didn't do all that for her. Well, today, I can't say that I did that for her because she doesn't give a shit, because she's Illuminati now. And that's very weird. I shit you not. The mother of my child is Illuminati. She follows me, you know, she gang stalks me, you know, she follows me around. You know, it's very bizarre behavior. I don't understand why, because I fucking saved her life, and, you know, and she had a nice life after everything that happened to her. So I don't understand why she's attacking me. That's very suspicious, incredibly suspicious, you know. And that's why I believe that I might have been set up to be in this concoction that the Illuminati created, you know, because the Illuminati do thrive on scaring people, right? They think they can scare anybody into submission. I'm supposing, allegedly, the Illuminati feel like they can scare everybody into submission. You're not gonna scare me into submission. I'm gonna kill you before I get scared. Like, I'm a person that you have to kill, because if you don't kill me, I'm gonna kill you. There's no fear. Like, there's nothing you can do to make me afraid. I am going to murder you. Like, if it goes to the point where we have to, like, it's Mortal Kombat, I will murder you. So you're gonna have to, if you sit there thinking, oh, if I do this, it's gonna get scared. If I do that, you're gonna die. Because I'm just gonna keep coming forward. I'm gonna murder my family. Fine, I'm coming for you. Oh, you're gonna murder? Oh, you're gonna murder my friend? Oh, fine. I'm coming. I'm still coming for you. You. There's nothing you can do that's gonna stop me from murdering you. Straight up. That's who I am. You know, and it doesn't. And the Illuminati understands that. I think they understand now today. They understand that. I don't think they knew that when they did what they did. You know, but like people from my school, they know that I'm like that. You know what I mean? Like people that I hang around with, people that are actually in the street, they know I'm like that. Like they know like I'm not a guy. He doesn't get scared. Like if you have a problem with this dude, you're gonna have to nip it in the bud because he's gonna come for you and he's not gonna stop. Like there's nothing you can do to scare him, bro. Like this, that's not gonna happen. You can't deal with this guy that way. It's not gonna happen. So, you know, and yeah, I am trying to stay out of jail too. So that's the reason why I don't have a fucking body count of fucking 5,000 people or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Trying to stay out of jail too. You know, not trying to end up in jail. You know, like without even trying to live my life. You know, especially with the life I live, which was unfairly taken away from me, you know, if I do say so myself. Careful with your black friends. So, you know, and like I said, it's not just about black people because if you go to Quebec, there's no black people in Quebec. There's no black people in Quebec, bro. White people do that shit too. White people have gangs, you know, have gangs of dudes that are just straight up rapists and straight up pedophiles, and they don't do nothing else but that. They don't sling dope. They're not out here in the street. They're not bopping. They're not doing none of that shit, bro. They're just straight up rapists. They don't do nothing else. That's literally the only thing they do. Right? So, you know, so I had to go in multiple. I went to multiple countries. I went to multiple countries, multiple cities, 4 or 5 cities, 2 countries, 2 states, 5 cities, bro. And that's all I was doing. And I was still trying to open up my business. You have to understand, like, this shit that I'm talking about, it's not that old. It's very recent. Like, I'm not talking about shit that happened 20 fucking years ago. Like, the shit that I'm talking about is very recent. Technically. A couple years ago. You know. So, and I was opened up my radio show. I would open up my radio show, but me, I have a tendency, like, since I experienced ultra violence, I can see the signs of ultra violence. So sometimes you walk down the street and you're gonna see some shit and be like, ah, that's not good. And I'm just like you. Sometimes I try to mind my own goddamn business. Sometimes I try to mind my own fucking business. I'm just like you. Sometimes I try to mind my own business. I gotta go to school. I was going to school. I had my radio show. I was going to business school. I ended up having a job, the whole 9 yards, and the whole time, I'm finding myself in situations where women are getting raped, where I keep falling in those situations, and I keep having to regulate the situation. I keep having to handle my business that I don't want to, that I don't necessarily, I'm not considering that shit my business, but shit, fuck it. You know, and it's kind of like trouble finds me. Like, I'm not trying to find trouble. It's like the trouble finds me. Like, you know, like I'm saying, like I'm walking down the street, I'm going to school, I'm going to work, I'm opening my business up, and I still end up having to knock down doors. So I was doing that shit at the same fucking time. There's one day I was going to school. I see this drunk girl. She's passed out, but she's like super limp, you know, and she's in this dude's car and shit. So I try to wake her up, the whole 9 yards, the whole shit. But the thing is, I'm late for school. I'm late for business school, man. Like, you know, so like, I'm like, goddamn. So call the police, call the paramedics. I called the ambulance first because I'm like, this girl is knocked the fuck out, right? Like, she's in the fucking car. She's knocked the fuck out, right? And So I try to wake her up, slap her around a little bit. Bro, she's not waking up. She did barely even breathing. Right? So I end up calling the paramedics. Paramedics call the police. Police comes and shit like that, bro. And I'm going. So now people are sitting there thanking me for saving this girl's life, the whole 9 yard. You know, there's one woman that's like super excited. She's like, thank you. I'm like, okay, cool, okay, yeah. You know, I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go to school. I go to school. The woman that's there that was giving the classes, she's like, oh, well, you're late. And I'm like, man, if I told you why, you wouldn't believe me. You know, that's just one random day. Like, I'm trying to go to school, bro. So, you know, shit happens. It happens a lot. It happens to me a lot. You know, and you know, and I have to handle my business. I have to bust down doors, you know, and people do get arrested. You know, if people get arrested, I'm not a snitch. You know, I don't really, you know, I don't snitch. You know, I'm not a snitch. You know, if you got arrested, it's because you got caught red-handed, right? Like, you know, or somebody else called the cops while we were fighting. And most of the time, that's what happens. It's like while we're fighting, somebody else, one of the neighbors called the cops. I'm not a snitch. People want to call me a snitch. How can I be a snitch if I didn't snitch? That's weird. You're being weird. That makes no sense. Like, we're fighting. Where did you see me call the cops? Like, how did I call the cops when we're both fighting? That makes no sense. So, you know, and most of the situation, that's what happens. It's the neighbor, you know, and at the same time, it's like, if I bust down your door, somebody's going to call the cops. You know, I'm not a snitch. I just busted into your fucking house and started fucking wrecking shit. I didn't call the police on myself, you idiot. It's one of the neighbors. How can you call a guy that breaks into your house a snitch, and the police, it's like the police is there to protect you from me? How am I a snitch? Like, that makes no sense, bro. Like, that makes no fucking sense. That's why I was talking about the story people was trying to kill me in jail because of shit like that. But like I said, I only attack those guys. I don't go after people that's smoking weed on the corner of the fucking street. I don't fucking care if you're snorting cocaine. Shit, I might as well. I'm probably gonna ask you for some too. Like, bro, I don't give a shit if you're snorting cocaine, smoking crack, the weed. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want to do. It's your life. You know, I go to strip clubs. I drink all night at strip clubs, bro. I get high. I'm just like you. But there's some things that are disgusting in society. End of story. There's some things that are purely disgusting. And that I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with the entirety of the universe. I have an issue with disgusting shit. That's what I have an issue with. I don't have an issue with every fucking body I see in the fucking street, bro. Everybody in the fucking street that I see have an issue with me because they're disgusting bastards too. And there's a lot of disgusting bastards around here, man. You'd be surprised if you open your fucking eyes, you'd realize that most of the people that surround you are disgusting bastards. If you really want to see, people are disgusting bastards. So you know, I've seen the worst of people. I've seen women chained up to, you know, poles and shit, and kids, the whole shebang. I've seen a lot of blood. That's what I know about humanity. So don't come at me with your little sensitive, emotional ass talking about fuck out of here. The fuck out of my face. You don't know shit. You're a baby. And you should be grateful that you're a baby. Because I had to grow up. I didn't want to. Somebody decided they made me grow up. For part of my language, Lucifer knows what reason. I was forced to grow up. You're still a baby, and you should be grateful and you should be happy, because that's a very good place to be at in your life, to be a baby. There's nothing wrong with being a baby. That means you have a good life, and you should be more grateful for the life that you have. You should be grateful that you didn't have to grow up, because they made me grow up. I know you. I know what's in your head. I don't like it. And I don't have to like it. So when I say something, it's okay for you not to agree with it. It's okay for you to feel that it's harsh. But you have to understand that that's reality. Regardless of how I said it or when I said it, it doesn't matter. That's reality. It doesn't matter. Reality doesn't care about your emotions. Reality doesn't care about how you feel, and like, it's reality. Reality is facts. So, like I said, man, I don't do these videos because I wanna think that I'm better than somebody, than blah 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 blah. No, it's depressing. My life is depressing. There's nothing cool about it. And today I have to find a way to reverse that energy. I have to transfigure all that sadness, all that pain, and use it as a weapon to make my life better. It's a struggle. It's a constant struggle. I have PTSD. I have the Illuminati after me. That's more than enough. I have PTSD and I have the Illuminati after me, and I don't have a safe haven. I don't have a place where I'm safe. I'm not safe where I'm at. They're hearing everything that I'm saying right now, and they're probably gonna act on it also, because when I say certain things, especially when I talk about pedophilia and I go outside, that's where all the rats start coming out their houses, trying to intimidate me and some shit like that. There's a lot of rats here. We're in Canada. We're not in the United States. There's a lot of rats in Canada. We're not in Haiti. We're not in Jamaica. We're not in China. We're in Canada. There's a lot of rats. So I'm not safe either. So I'm still fighting. So I'm still fighting today for the mother of my child. Or I can say I'm fighting. Well, today I can say I'm fighting for my child, because I'm not fighting for the mother of my child anymore. But the reason why I make these videos and all these things is because I don't want my child to live in a world where these people exist. I don't want what happened to the mother of my child to happen to my child. So that's why I fight today, and I'm still fighting, because I'm surrounded by the enemy. And they all listen. They all listen to what I'm saying. They monitor me. They have surveillance on me. They know when I leave my house. They know when I come back. They have people watching me. There's like the whole 9 yards. And here in the place that I live, it's even easier because everybody in the town wants or is Illuminati. So I'm by myself once again. I was by myself 20 years ago. So for the past 20 years, So how many people does that make? 1,000. So let's say you make an enemy every year, 1,000 people. Every year has been 20 years. So that's 20,000 people. I'm by myself against 20,000 people, right? And it's more than that because I've been to towns where the Illuminati, I shit you not, I've been to small towns like 10,000 people, 15,000 people towns, 20,000 people towns, and they got the entire town to hate me. So 10,000 people was on my ass. 20,000 people was on my ass. So it's a lot more than just 20,000 people that's on my ass, bro. I'm alone against all these fucking people. And I've always been like that. So I don't really care how you feel. Like, I mean, I care, but not that much. Like, you know, not really. You know, it's not valid how you feel to me. Because what we have been through, what the women and me, because we're the victims, obviously. I mean, I didn't get raped, but we're still the victims, right? I'm a victim in a way that I had to see all those things, you know, and I'm still, I am a victim. I'm a victim and they're victims. So we're the victims and so we don't care how you feel. It's not valid to us how you feel. It's not valid. You know, I understand you're a human and you got to live your life and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. But we've been victimized for years, decades. And you never helped us. You never did anything to help us. Ever. I've been in the street for 20 plus years. I've been dealing with rapists and pedophiles for 20 plus years. I am the only one in 2 cities, 5 cities, the only guy in 5 cities in 2 different countries that go hard the way that I went hard. There's no one else. Those girls would never, if I didn't exist, those women would still be locked up where they were locked up. The mother of my child would have been one of those women, and maybe my child too. Who knows? You wasn't there. You never helped. You never helped. You never helped. I never saw you. No one has. Go ask these women if before me they ever had help. No. Of course not. You never did anything. You took advantage of the situation financially. You know how to shut your mouth and close your eyes and plug your ears. You did that, but you didn't get into action mode. And that's why I keep repeating that you can't just love one woman. If you love one woman, you gotta love all of them. If you're married to one woman, you're married to all the women on the planet. You can't just single out one woman and leave the rest to die. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. So I find it funny when people have rhetoric where they're gaslighting me and they want to make me feel like I didn't do anything. Doug, like, bro, hey, please give me a break. Been doing this longer than you existed on the planet. So yeah, that's fucked up. You know? And I'm still fighting today. I'm still fighting for women. I'm still fighting for my family even today. You know, being against the Illuminati is being against all these fucked up street dudes that are out here because they got that shit from them. That's where that shit come from. Freak offs. Diddy do the diddler. So I had to fight multiple diddlers. I had to fight multiple diddlers for multiple years in multiple cities, bro. You imagine that's a world record if you ask me. It's a world record if you ask me, bro. The diddler. The diddler. You know. So yeah, I would like men to grow a pair of fucking balls for once. Is that so hard to fucking ask? Is that so fucking hard to ask for men to actually act like men? And that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to ask. Is that too much to? It is. It is too much to ask because it's scary. You're scared. It's scary, bro. I didn't have any guns, by the way, when I did all that shit, man. I went in barehanded, barefisted. I didn't have any guns. Anyways, but like, you know, like, yeah, it is hard to ask men to be men. You know, it's dangerous, man. It's scary. Scary shit. I guess I am better than you. I guess I am. A little bit. A little bit. In a sense. In a sense, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm being a jerk, but you know what I mean. In a sense, you know, because I'm a fucking hero. And being a hero is not about being better than somebody else. But, you know, I'm kidding around, as you know. But I am a hero. I am a hero. It's funny because my cousin bought me a bottle of perfume. It's called Hero. Bought me a gift. It's called Hero on it. It's kind of weird. Thank you, by the way. So anyway, but it wasn't. I wasn't having a good time. You know, I wasn't having a good time, and you know, and quite frankly, I would have went if I had more support. If there were some men, some real men out here, that was because at the end of the day, you're bullshitting. If you look at me and you have emotional distress when you look at me, you're bullshitting because you wasn't there either. It's not like you was trying to do something and, you know, I'm sitting there, because sometimes that's the case. You know, the person's sitting there just yappity yap, and he has no idea that you actually tried to help and shit, and he's just yapping his goddamn gums away. You know what I mean? You know, I understand that, but at the end of the day, that's not the case. You know, because if there was men doing what I was doing out there, I would have found them and we would have kept going. Because this is a very serious issue and it's pretty bad. And I think it should be resolved, but whatever. You know, if there was some real men out there that was doing that shit, I would have kept going. I would still be knocking down doors. I would still be knocking down doors because I don't see a problem with that. I don't have an issue with it. It's not like, why have you forsaken me? No, I'm fucking happy to do it. Fuck these guys. Fuck them. Lucky they're still alive, to be quite honest. I don't give a shit. Like, you know, like I don't fucking care, dude. Like, be my pleasure. So there's nobody there. The only reason why I stopped doing that shit is because it's dangerous. I'm always by myself, I got no help. Everybody keeps turning their backs on me because nobody wants to be in trouble. Nobody wants to ruffle any feathers. Nobody wants to get involved in shit they don't want to get involved. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants that. Nobody da 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 da. So I'm like, well, fuck it. What you want me to do? So I'm like, fuck it too. But I'm still on the Illuminati's ass though. And even that's not my fault. Because when I stopped, I was retired. I was retired 6 years ago. I decided to retire from superhero shit. I decided to retire from being a superhero 6 years ago, and then I started hearing voices. And then I started fucking hearing fucking voices. At first I thought I was fucking crazy. So I went to see the doctors. The doctor told me I'm not fucking crazy. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I started communicating with the fucking voice, bro. And I started to figure out slowly but surely, oh, it's the fucking Illuminati fucking harassing me. So those cowards waited until I was not hot anymore, until I was cold, to start feeling brave. Which they still do, even today. They're still like that. They did that shit 2 days ago. They did that shit 2 days ago. 2 days ago, they was acting all tough and shit. I was sitting there, minding my own business and shit. They was acting all tough. I went outside, nothing happened. Came back inside, and I'm starting to hear motherfuckers talking outside my window and shit like that, bro. So, they're like that. They're cowards. Straight up cowards. You know, you're scared of a coward. That makes no sense. Anyways, fuck it. So anyways, because the coward is supposed to be scared of you, not you scared of the coward. Yeah, so whatever. So anyways, you know, so I had to, I started going back in. I started doing magic again, you know, to, you know, get these guys off my back, you know, wrap their cars around trees, which was successful. You know, and then I started, you know, doing YouTube videos, you know, because, you know, there was this thing, because I didn't know I knew about MK Ultra, but I didn't know it was real. I didn't know, like, it was this fucking real. Like, I had no idea. Like, that shit, that the whole MK Ultra shit was 6 years ago to me. That's new from 6 years ago. Like, all the, targeted individual shit. So I was being a targeted individual, but I didn't know that shit was from even back in the 70s. I learned I was a targeted individual 6 years ago, right? You know, so they put me on the list and made me a targeted individual. So then I started my YouTube channel, erased that shit off the fucking map. That was me. I did that. That's me. So fuck the Illuminati. I tore that shit to shreds. No matter where I go, I'm a hero. It doesn't matter if I'm on the internet or in real life. That's just who I am. I'm a hero. Superman. Satan Man. Mr. Satan. Yo, like Dragon Ball. I don't know if, yeah, that is his name in French. You know, yeah, it is Mr. Satan. Yeah. You like Dragon Ball, man? Mr. Satan. You know, so, you know, that's just who I be. You know, if you really don't know me, that's who I am. So a gangster can be a hero. I think there's nothing more gangster than being a hero. Because you're going after gangsters. You're not out here, you know, you're not a bitch. You're the gangster that goes after gangsters. You're the watcher that watches the watcher, bro. Like, who watches the watcher? Me. That's some gangster shit right there, man. That's gangster shit to me. Yeah, man. To me, I don't consider myself a hero. I consider myself a gangster. For real. I feel more. I feel like gangster shit is more relatable to me than the idea that I'm Superman. I don't feel like Superman. Even if I am Superman, I don't feel like Superman. I feel like a straight up gangster. That's how I feel inside, in my head. In my head. I feel like a straight up gangster. You know what I mean? So, shit, man. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I said it twice already. Like I said, man. Like, I'm not trying to hurt your fucking feelings. That's not my idea. I understand that it does, but I don't really care because we're suffering out here. I don't care about your fucking feelings. We're getting murdered. We're getting stabbed. We're getting shot. We're getting gang stalked. We're getting oppressed. We're getting oppressed. Like, I don't fucking care how you fucking feel, dude. Like, that is the last thing on my fucking mind. Fuck your feelings. Pause. No pun intended, no offense meant. But seriously, screw that. We're getting dismantled out here, bro. My face, I got punched in the face so much, bro. Like, dog, like I was playing on Twitch the other day. I got a new subscriber. I was playing on Twitch the other day, and I gave the person my YouTube channel, and the person saw my face. Do you know what this person said to me? This person said, "Oh, on Discord." This person was like, "Oh wow, you have a lot of scars." Like, she didn't expect to see this face, playing that game, And it's true, I have a lot of fucking scars on my face, man. Or you think I got that from playing hockey? So, it is what it is. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Actually, it is. It is embarrassing. I can't hide my face. Yeah, it is. It's embarrassing. I find it embarrassing. To have so many scars on my face. I think it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. To me, it feels embarrassing. It feels embarrassing to me because deep down in my heart, I know that I'm not supposed to be living like this. That's why I'm embarrassed. Because I know I'm not supposed to be living like this. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay. So, yeah. I know it's fucked up, man. Like I said, I really don't want to. Give me a second. I'll be right back, man. So, like I said, there's no particular reason why I'm making this video. I just feel like, because I've done this, I had this rhetoric for a long time, and I feel like every time I have that rhetoric, I feel like I'm hurting somebody's feelings and shit. Or I'm pretty sure black people think that I'm specifically talking about them, which is not true. That's not the case. I've faced a lot of there's white gangs doing that shit too. When I talk about that shit, I speak in general. I'm not aiming at a specific race. Everybody's guilty. Everybody's guilty. Everybody's guilty. It's not a black or white thing. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings and shit like that. It's just that's the reality of the world that we live in. Of course, we like to. Some people have like pink glasses on and try to see the good in everyone and shit like that. But that's not real. That's not real. There's that's not real. That's imagination. That's your imagination. That's an ideal that you would like to happen, but that's not the reality that is going on. If you're looking for good in people, it's because you're aware that people are doing bad. So nah, man, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to make you feel like less of a man when I say these things. I'm not aiming specific people. Like, no, I speak in general, bro. I speak in general because I've seen all types of people do that shit, bro. Like, you know, like if you're gonna be racist, if I can be racist for 2 minutes, Arabs kind of have a rapist problem. Arabs are very prone to become rapists. I don't know why. I think it's because of the Muslim religion, but Arabs are prone to be racist, no, rapists most of the time. That what I just said might have been racist. I am aware of that. I am sorry, but that's the extent of my racism. That's the extent of my. I just told you. I'm being honest with you. That's the extent of my racism. I think Arabs are prone to be rapists more than other races. They have no respect for women. They don't respect women. They're not. Women are not human beings to Arabs. And not only that, but the Holy Bible that they carry is telling them that's facts. And I don't hate Arabs. I don't have a problem with Arabs, man. Especially the ladies. I think Arab women are remarkably beautiful. If they're not the prettiest women on the planet. If not, Arab women are incredibly beautiful, man. So, it is what it is. So, you can judge me as much as you want. You can criticize me as much as you want. But if you don't want to put yourself in my shoes, then I don't really give a shit what you think. Because I can put myself in your shoes. I can understand. I had to put myself in your shoes because at the end of the day, you're not Superman. You're not bulletproof. You don't run faster than a speeding bullet. So I have to admit to myself that I can't do this by myself. I have to come to the realization that I am human. At some point, you can push the limits of your humanity as much as you want, but you can't traverse the state of insanity. And when you don't want to, if I would continue on that road and didn't want to understand my frailty, I would have died eventually. Eventually, I would have died. And there are legends and myths of heroes that look at Wyatt Earp. Do you know that Wyatt Earp was involved in 100 to 150 gunfights and he never got injured. Wyatt Earp is a real human being. He existed for real. That's a real dude. 100 gunfights, more than 100 gunfights without even getting injured. Nothing. Not a bullet, not a scratch. That shit's crazy. I could put myself in that category, but I'm not dead yet. So my legend is yet to be told. You know? It's only when you're dead that people realize how much of a legend that you are, you know? It's like Tupac. You know? I could consider myself one of those people. I don't. I really don't. I don't see myself that highly. But I can't deny the fact that I have some similarities with those bodies of work. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I don't think, in the bottom of my heart, I don't think that these bodies of work are reserved to only me. I think that all of these things were brought to me as an example of the human capability. This is one of the reasons why I believe in magic. This is the reason why I believe in spirituality. Because at the end of the day, without spirituality, without magic, I would have never been able to do what I did. Somebody was protecting me. Something was guiding me. Because I was being guided. I didn't have a GPS system, surveillance system. No, I would walk around and I would see signs and I would follow them. And I would find people. That's how I would find people. Spirit would help me find people. Spirit was literally guiding me towards those people. I didn't have surveillance systems or contacts and friends. Yo, find this guy. But no, all natural. Like being in the woods. I was wandering like a wanderer in the forest. I am the wanderer. And I believe that you can too. You don't have to be involved in ultra violence. But I believe that spirituality exists. Me, the reason why I believe spirituality exists is because of that. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to be spiritual. I want you to be more spiritual. I don't want you to be involved in ultra violence. That's not the point of spirituality. To me, in my life, the way I was raised, that was the only way to show me that path. Because regardless, if spirit wasn't there in my life, if spirit didn't care about me in my life, then I would have stayed in ultra violence. It would have gotten even worse, probably. Maybe I would have turned out being a bad guy. Because at the end of the day, you are what you eat. So maybe I would have ended up being a rapist. And I'm not saying that I'm I like women, you know, but and yes, it does affect my spirit, my sexuality. It does affect my sexuality. I don't like. There's probably dudes that think that when I'm with a woman, we're making sweet love all night. No, we're fucking porno style. And that's what gets my dick hard. And it's the reason for that is probably because of all the shit that I've seen. If I don't have sex porno style, my dick is not gonna get hard. It's not good. I'm not saying it's good, but it's a effect of trauma. There's a fine line between love and hate. There's a fine line between love and hate. So it affects you, man. It affects your psyche. It affects how you feel. It affects how you think. It affects how you do things. You know, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. You know, I'm just not safe from anything. Very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Very. You know. But yeah, I think, you know, we should make a bigger effort. I think we could make a bigger. I don't think we should. I think we can make a bigger effort. Because quite frankly, I don't give a shit. The people have become so desensitized, so greedy, so desensitized that I don't care anymore. You know, like I really don't give a shit what humanity decides to do, because we've already crossed the line at least 4 years ago. You know, we already crossed the line. Like, you know, people stopped caring about children. We crossed the line. That's crossing the line. You don't care about children anymore. You cross the line. We crossed the line. That's a line that we can't go back from. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and have a rhetoric and try to, oh no, we can change, we can do this. No. I'm gonna tell you what's what. I'm gonna tell you what's real. You do whatever the fuck you want with it. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want with it. But I will do my part and keep giving you the information that you need to know. I'm gonna keep giving you the motivation that you need. I'm gonna keep telling you the stuff that you need to hear, so you can go about your day. I'm gonna keep doing that regardless. But I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna be like, oh yeah, we can do it. I don't believe that. I think we've gone too far, and we can't go back from it. We can't go back from it. It's too much work. Because we're not talking about like just America needs to do better. No, it's the entire planet that needs to do better. That's not an easy task. It's definitely not a task for one singular person on YouTube to do. That's absurd. Like I'm not gonna control 9 billion people and make them do what I want. That's not legit. That's not real. No, it takes the effort of a multiple people, and eventually maybe we can get to a certain point, but we have to want to get to that certain point. And quite frankly, ladies, I have to say that's not going to happen, because you're hot, you look good, you got a beautiful body, a beautiful face, and yes, I want to take advantage of you. So I'm not going to change, because now you're at my mercy. Now I can have all of you for myself. So I'm not going to change. Because if I change, I might lose you. I might not be able to have you like I have you right now. So there's a high probability that I'm not going to change. A very high probability. Nothing is set in stone, but there's a high probability that it's not going to happen. That I'm not going to change, because this is if I don't have enough confidence. I don't believe in myself. I don't have enough confidence. I don't believe in myself. So this to me feels safe. The position that you're in right now, to me, that's safe. So I want to keep you in that position, because I don't know what might happen if you're in a better position. You might leave me behind. You might never talk to me again. I might never have access to you again. And yeah, it could be all made up in my head, or it could be facts. I don't know. Nobody knows. It could be just paranoia, but I'd rather not take the chance. So the world is not going to change overnight. And the world might never change. Period. The world might never change. So the only thing we can do is bring you the information, tell you what the time is, put your wedded together, put your shit together, pack it up in the pile, and get it together. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing I can do. I don't know about you, but that's the limit of my power. If my power has any limits, that's the limit right there. There's nothing else. I can't do this shit by myself. And anyway, even like the proof is in the pudding. If I have these rhetorics, I'm the only one getting blasted into oblivion. So the proof is in the pudding right there. I can't be the only one. I'm the only one getting blasted, bro. There ain't nobody else getting blasted, bro. But that's not going to stop me from being who I am. But I'm the only one getting blasted, though. So that's the proof, right? That's all the proof you need that people are not going to change. It is what it is. So like I said, there's no reason why I'm making this video. I'm not getting harassed or anything. This video is actually to make you understand that I'm not doing this on purpose. Like I'm trying to explain to you that I'm not offending you on purpose. You know, like if you are offended, I don't even know if you're offended. I'm just saying, just in case. You never know. Because usually when I make videos like this, I do get blasted into oblivion. You know, so you know, I'm just trying to let everybody know I'm not out here trying to hurt your fucking feelings on purpose. You know, but you know, this shit is what shit is. You know, it is what it is. You know, but I'm not. It's not on purpose. I would like. That's not the point. The point is the point that I would like is like when I say Christianity has to get the F out of here. I would love people to be like, man, you're right. I don't want to get blasted into oblivion. I want people to be like, yeah, you're right. Fuck that shit. That's what I want. I don't want to get blasted into oblivion, bro. That's not what I'm looking for. And I don't even want people to tell me that I'm right. I would just like people to fucking do it. You know, like you don't have to acknowledge me. You don't have to acknowledge me. But if you did it, that would be fan-fucking-tastic. That would be great. You don't have to talk to me at all. You don't have to say one fucking word to me. You don't even have to say hello, nothing. I don't care. I don't care. But if I see you do you, it's the greatest gift you could ever give a person. That's the greatest gift you could give to yourself. And that's the greatest gift you could give to me. If you want to give me a gift. If you feel like you have to give me a gift. If you want to give me a gift. Just do you. My goal is not for you to be all pissed off and start blasting me into oblivion, bro. That's what the fuck. That's not why I make these videos for. My videos are motivational. First of all, my videos are motivational, spiritually motivational, and physically motivational. You know, financially motivational. My videos are about motivation. They're not about, you know, tearing somebody down. Shit. I didn't even talk about Bill Carson. I was supposed to, the 3 videos I released was supposed to be about Bill Carson. We ended up talking about something completely different. We started talking about quantum physics and fucking multiple personality disorders and shit. We didn't even talk about Bill Carson, which was kind of fucking funny to me that happened. But I also am starting to realize that it was probably a humiliation ritual. I'm pretty sure it was. Didn't even talk about the man. Nah, I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, bro. I make videos. I make YouTube videos that explain the world of that explains the spiritual world, that makes scientific references between the two, and that's it. And I'm a whistleblower against the Illuminati, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the Illuminati is a bad element in society. It's not a good element. If it was a good element, you wouldn't have people talking about them the way that we're talking about them. And the story. And how can you consider that organization to be any good when they're attacking their own children, when they're attacking their own people, when they're attacking their own country? The Illuminati is not going around the universe attacking other people in our name. No, they're attacking us. They attack us specifically. They attack humans. They attack humans that are close to them. Celebrities keep dying all the time. Celebrities keep dying in very suspicious ways. Celebrities, the number one way celebrities die is they had a heart attack, they had a bad heart, and then they went out partying, and then they died because they had a bad heart and they partied too hard and they had a heart attack. That's how most celebrities die. They all die the same way. It's not us killing celebrities. It's not the police that are killing celebrities. It's them. They're killing their own people. Look at MK Ultra. MK Ultra experiments are being conducted in California. Most celebrities, most people that are part of the cabal, the Illuminati and shit, where do you think they fucking live? They live in California. Where do you think they make their experiments? Where do you think the largest amount of experiments are being done? In California. And that's laziness, because they could go to fucking China. They could go in another fucking country. I'm not saying they should go to China, no pun intended, no offense meant, but they could go anywhere on the fucking planet and conduct their experiments on people that are not from the country. No, they don't give a fuck about the country. They don't care about the country. They'll attack the country too. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're pulling in immigrants. They're pulling in people from outside. And that's the weird part about the Illuminati. And that's how you know that the Illuminati are a group of Jewish people and not Americans. I feel like a lot of people think the Illuminati are Americans. No, they're immigrants. The Illuminati are immigrants. And they love immigrants more than they love the country that they live in. So the Jews that are Illuminati that live in America hate America, and they want to destroy America. The actors, the celebrities that are in California are not American. Kim Kardashian is not American. Pause. No problem with Kim Kardashian. I'm just saying, she's a celebrity. Her name is Kardashian. That is not American. That is not an American name. Who is she? One of the richest people on the planet. Kim Kardashian is one of the richest people on the planet, bro. She's not American. She lives in America, but she's not American. All of the fucking people you see in movies are not from America. They speak English, but they're not from America. You go to California, everybody's fucked up. Oh yeah, it looks great. It looks like a fantastic place. But it's the place where you're gonna meet the most insane people on the fucking planet. And everybody thinks these people are high. They're getting experimented on, bro. MK Ultra shit. They do it on their own people. These people are cowards. Top of the line cowards. They don't do shit to other people. They're not gonna go to another country and do shit, even though they have the resources, even though they have the contacts to be able to do that. That's not what they do. They do shit on the people that they can do shit on. The closest people they can find. They're not gonna work for it. If you're standing there on the bus stop and this dude is Illuminati and you're standing in the bus stop, he's gonna come after you because you're in the bus stop. He's not gonna take the bus and find someone more convenient and less likely to be able to air him out or something. No, you're there, fuck it. You're there. So we're gonna do shit on you because you're there. That's how the Illuminati think. That's the extent of the intelligence of the Illuminati, which is not very far, very short-sighted, very nearsighted and short-sighted individuals. There's more targeted individuals in California than anywhere on the fucking planet. There's more MK Ultra residents than there is on the entire planet in California, where they live, right next to them. These people need to go because there's nothing good about them. Even if you like raping women, that's still not an excuse to be part of the Illuminati because they're kind of retarded. I mean, they're intelligent, but they're kind of stupid too at the same time, which is very weird and complicated. But it doesn't matter if you like raping women, if you're fucking evil. These people are still fucking stupid. They're still fucking stupid. So it doesn't matter what your morality is. They still gotta go. They still gotta go. It doesn't matter. They gotta go because they're stupid. They gotta go because they're stupid, man. What kind of bullshit is that, bro? You conduct your experiments on the people that live right next door. Do that shit somewhere else. That's fucking crazy. And you can tell that they don't like America. Like, there's nothing that the Illuminati does that's in America's favor. Nothing. Not one thing. Nothing. Nothing. Like, I can't even, I'm trying to think of something. The only thing that pops in my head is kids. The school system now, where kids they keep making kids dress up as little girls and little girls dress up as little boys. I don't get it. How is that helpful to America? What? Americans are a little bit like Canadians. A little bit. Like real Americans are a little bit like Canadians, bro. A little bit. They don't fight for their country. It's like they don't even like. It's like Americans are just waiting to get kicked out. I feel like Americans already got their bags packed and their luggage ready, and they're just waiting for the Illuminati to say, okay, now it's time to get the fuck out. It's like they're just waiting for it. That's what it feels like. Because Americans are not stepping up. Americans are not in power. Immigrants are in power. Americans are not in power. The only thing American about America is Donald Trump. At least we got an American president. At least. And that's recent. Because for the past couple of years, we haven't had an American president. We had an immigrant. I consider Joe Biden to be an immigrant because he's obviously with those people. And he hates America. And he wants to see America destroyed. And a lot of people wants to see America destroyed because it's one of the greatest country in the motherfucking world. A lot of people want to see America destroyed. A lot. You know, and they're working hard at it. And they're not that far from succeeding. Astonishingly. They're not that far from succeeding. Because that's where I take my shit from, man. I'm like, that's why I take my whole style from. If it wasn't for America, I probably wouldn't be the superhero that I am. I look up to America. I think America is a very tough people. Very proud and very tough people. And I love that shit. I'm with that. I'm with that. If it wasn't for America, I probably wouldn't be a superhero. Shit, America invented superheroes. It wasn't no goddamn Canadian. It was an American that invented superheroes. No goddamn Canadian. It was an American. America invented Superman. God damn it. Wouldn't be no goddamn superheroes if it wasn't for fucking America, man. Come on, man. So anyways, I'm gonna stop the video right there. I feel like I should talk some more, but I'm gonna stop the video right here, man. You might have not have understood the message, and that's okay. That's fine. But you gotta understand, I come from a very violent background, an extreme violence background. You know, and I'm doing the best as I can to be a human being. It's not always easy. I am not perfect. I'm a little bit weird. I got PTSD. You know, I have a lot of issues. You know, I have a lot of fucking issues. You know, and I feel like I handled those issues pretty good for a guy that went through what the fuck he went through. I feel like I'm handling it pretty well, to be quite honest. But that's my opinion. That doesn't make it true. Why is everything so emotional recently, man? I haven't been this emotional in a minute, bro. It seems like every fucking video I make for the past couple of days are intense. Intense. Like this is too much. You know, I don't cry a lot, you know. Not that I don't cry. I cry. But I don't cry a lot, bro. And this like I feel the, you know, I'm trying to suppress. I'm having a Coach Haynes moment. Y'all ever watch Coach Haynes? If you cry, I'll set you on fire. You know, I have a little bit of, you know, so, you know, because that's the thing. I have more to say, but the emotions are stopping me from saying it. Like there's like a ball of emotions building up, so it's stopping me from saying the shit that I want to say. But anyway, I feel like I said what I needed to say, man. And like you know, if you still are offended, well, shit, you know, whatever, it is what it is. You know, I can't do shit about that. You know, but I guarantee you, it's not a jab at your manhood. You know, it's my kind of motivation. You know, you can see it as jabs as long as you want, as much as you want. But me, I know that I just want you to be yourself unapologetically. I want you to have the tools to be yourself. I want to influence you to be yourself. I want you to not have the need to be part of weird sex cults, bizarre, heinous, savage, horrible sex cults, And and I don't think you need that shit. And I want you to realize that you're more powerful than you think. I want you to realize that you have more power than you think. I want you to realize that being a human means a lot more than just surviving. That's bullshit. That's TV. That's TV bullshit. All right, that's not real. That's not true. That's the TV. That's TV. That's not true. Humans are a lot stronger than you think. Even if everybody's acting like a bitch, it don't matter. Humans are incredibly fucking strong. Ridiculously strong. Like insanely strong. That's why I don't believe in aliens. That's bullshit too. Aliens are bullshit. Humans are fucking aliens. We can talk to the dead. We can raise the dead. We can talk to disembodied spirits. We can manifest things. We can create things. We're basically fucking gods. We're basically fucking gods. So I don't care about that fucking alien shit. I don't care about no fucking aliens. I don't fucking care about no fucking aliens because I'm a fucking god. I'm a god. Who cares about aliens? I'm a god. And I want you to realize that shit. And I want you to feel the same fucking way because that's facts. That is straight up facts. That's 1000% facts. So I'm going to stop the video right there. Have a good one. Peace out.